Oh, well, I put the chat phone. I literally had it as I was us in between my legs. There we go, 120-day stream streak. Actually mental. Hey Rooks, how's it going? I'm gonna wait for some people to arrive before I give a bit of a lowdown on what's going on, so you can understand. Benny, how's it going, Benny?
Gwenny Gwen says hi, Stevie.
Hello, Gwenny. Look at all the VIPs first in. Go on, the VIPs.
Says, is it Friday yet? Gwenny Gwen says, how are you doing today? Lord Faulty says, afternoon, Stevie.
Streaming for 4 months straight now, boss. Really? Is it? Yeah, pretty much is, isn't it? Damn. G to the G's.
Says, hi, it's Juliet. Soul Smoke says, pop, pop, pow.
I'm doing alright, Gwenny. I'm going to explain.
Says, did you find the Eco Forks?
I'm going to explain what was going on.
Gwenny.
Afternoon, Lord Faulty. I did find the Eco Forks, Benny, yes. They were still in my bag. I hadn't taken them out from when I obviously collected them.
Says, howdy, world famous Stevie.
Hey, Woody. How's it going, bro? Good to see you, my man. So people in the chat still believe I'm going to get to day 180. That's another 2 months of hitting the goals. I'm not sure. Oh, no, we're getting an ad. Sorry, people. Sorry, people. The ad has arrived. Yeah, I'm making some changes. I'll show you the state of this van in a minute. Oh dear. I just had enough of certain aspects.
We can do it with a team effort.
Probably, yeah, maybe.
Hopefully not another hole.
Nah, it's not another hole. Just making some changes. I just thought I'd give it a bit of time. Allow for people to arrive. How the fuck did you know that, comrade? Get out of my brain. Nah, I'm just gonna wait. How long have I been live? Wait, 3 minutes, I reckons. All right, at the 10-minute mark, I reckon. So another 7 minutes. Just give people a little bit of time to arrive.
Says keep the banana
car.
Gwenny Gwen says, or with my trip to Vegas, I need to win more for minerals. Lol.
More minerals, Gwenny. When is your trip to Vegas?
Says enough time to make a brew.
That's true. I don't really have much space right now. But
Conrad __ says waiting for your girlfriend to enter chat. Gonna take longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah, where is she? Hello? Oh no, I'm lonely. Shit, I forgot. Thanks for the reminder, comrades.
Can't wait.
Going tomorrow. Nice. How long are you going for, Gwenny? Wait, what is tomorrow? Thursday. Do you drive, Gwenny, or?
182 says afternoon.
Afternoon, Rob. Good to see you, mate. Let's have a look at how long we got till I'd start telling you what's going on. 4 minutes, it reckons. Is that right? 4 minutes live.
Thursday, Monday, flying.
Nice. I love that, Gwenny. Straight to the point. Thursday, Monday, flying. Bosh. Job done. Information transferred. No messing about. No padding. Straight to the point.
It's Juliet says no. Gwenny racks up the airline miles. Rogue Barker 182 says wish my meetings were like that.
Yeah. Well, some of you were there yesterday when I had a mini meltdown. Just a mini one.
It's Juliet says same Rob. Gwenny Gwen
I'm
says
trying to
airline
balance.
miles too.
I just have a bit of personal stuff happening at the minute. And what I've decided is I don't want that to affect my streaming. So I'm going to be. Wait, hang on. I'm telling you too soon, ain't I? What's the time? What we got? 5 minutes. 5 minutes left. I'll say in 5 minutes. You have to wait 5 minutes.
Becky Safe says, oh fucking hell, I've come in on a sob story.
Yes, you have, Becky Safe. Where's Becky Safel? She's nicer.
Extremely subtle says hello Stevie in chat.
Give me Becky Safel.
Conrad __ says personal stuff. Didn't the doctor say that the cream would clear the rash right up?
Yeah, I was lied to, mate.
DZ says, geez, let me least
Fucking lied
pop the
to.
milk in my brew. Becky Safe says, let me get my Clinex.
Your Clinex? I wonder what Clinex
no
is.
more streak 10 month off, guys.
Nah, I'm still streaming. I'm enjoying the streaming. The streaming aspect's good. The end. Nah, the streaming's still good. Streaming is still good. Don't you worry about that. Especially that bacon roll I had yesterday. Oof. I've still got a roll left.
Says, at least you made your bed.
Can you see the bed? I don't know what you can see. Well, anyway.
PSG says, hey, what's good, mate?
How's it going, RJ? It's good that most people here are VIPs.
The Stevie Wobbles. You may begin.
You are as well, aren't you, mate? You love a Stevie Wobble. We've still got another 2 minutes, I think, for the announcement to commence. But I literally have my entire life in this van now.
It's Juliet
Pretty
says,
much.
speaking of streamers who take 10 months off, hi subtitle. Becky Safe says, I heard you don't even need 2 minutes.
Wow. You going there, are we? Okay.
RJPSG says at Becky Safe LMAO.
However, that is correct. I don't need 2 minutes. I reckon I could do a 30
says,
30 seconds.
Break it, you dude, but they van is unsellable. Crack on wobbler.
Crack on wobbler.
Says that it's Julie F. Hi Julie.
You hate to break it to you, classic statement that. I hate to break it to you, however,
It's Julie F. says 2 minutes for what?
I actually do like to break it to you because I like to give you misery. So even though I'm like to start my sentence with I hate to break it to you, that is in fact opening my sentence with a lie. I don't hate breaking it to you. I actually enjoy breaking it to you. So let me break it to you. So the breaking to you is that the van is unsellable. Crack on wobbler. That's actually what that statement said.
Becky Safe says I go on mute now.
Oh, she's gone on
Stephen
mute. Oh, I
says,
can talk
well,
about it now.
Maybe only take 2 minutes, but I can eat a peach for hours.
Fair play.
RJPSG says
Are we
he's
10 minutes
rumbling.
yet? Are we ready for the announcement? We have 1 minute and then I'll tell you. 1 minute. 1 minute until the announcement of rambling. Not really an announcement as such, but it is. But it's not. But it is, but it's not. Thanks for that random peach fact there, Kreza. I was wondering about that.
RJPSG says you've gone vegan. Soul Smoke says Africa talking.
How did you know? Africa tour. The speculation. That's not even that deep, chat. So, without going into too much detail, on my personal situation, but
Juliet says, are you meeting up with VP Gwenny?
hang on, what I'll do is I'll turn
Bacon
TTS off,
stomach this morning, lol.
and then you lot can carry on talking shite while I tell you. There we go. So alerts still work, but I've turned TTS off. My current living situation, I felt and I feel it's been holding me back in areas of my life. So without going into detail, my personal aspects, I need to step away from, I think, this area, really, Milton Keynes. So I'm now going to get a run on the road, and a friend is helping me out with storing some stuff. You guys probably know that friend, and so I'm going to be dropping off some stuff, and they're helping me get away from this area, really. The good news is the football season's over, because I think that was another aspect what was tying me to this area, where I just love the I love the game. I love playing. I love that I was playing on the weekend, but that was also tying me to the area. And now we're gonna move. Thanks, Tyken. Thanks, Tyken. It's not Tyken. But you do know, move next to Becky so she can DJ while we work. Well, it is in fact Becky who's helping me out. So Becky is helping me, and she's going to hold some of my stuff and allow me to get my feet back on the ground, basically. But yeah, if you look at the state of it now. Whee! Party! Oh, fuck. When were you going to let me know? Who's Becky? A new mate of mine. But yeah, so anyway, hopefully Becky is listening. So now you know that I'm going to be dropping stuff off at your gaff. Becky's selling all her shit, takes all of Stevie's shit instead, yeah. Thanks, Becky, a true friend. Now, honestly, she's been a legend. Big changes, we get a motorbike. We're not getting a motorbike, no. Now big Y in front of the camera. Did I? Yeah, I moved it, didn't I? Is it this one? Oh, our mate's just turned up. Let's see our mate. Romanian fella. Oh, yeah, the cable's in the way. Give him a little wave. But yeah, shout out to Becky. Now Becky knows, she does. So I'm sure I can get you a game on a Wednesday night if you come down here, pal. Where's that, Kreza? Because I get a feeling that's nowhere near Becky's area, which is Sheffield. Nice cable shot, mate. Hopefully that's sorted now. But yeah, Becky is low-key going to be fuming when my stuff's everywhere. No, I'm joking. Does he have sausages today? Well, he's just getting his shopping out. I don't know what he's got. Should we have a nose? Let's have a little nose. He's getting some shopping out. I'm hoping that in turn, this man will help carry my very heavy items downstairs when I move. Yeah, it sounds like that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to use my very strong muscles. But yeah, basically that's what's going on. I need to get away from this area for my own personal reasons. So it's not going to affect streaming. Streaming is actually, I mean, it's probably going to be better content because we're going to be figuring things out. Probably finding the odd, what do you call it, campsites, and finding new areas to the build. So overall, it's like, in terms of streaming, it's going to be good for the content, I think. But yeah, it's just I've been tied to this area because I needed somewhere for electricity. I needed somewhere for like as a base because I'm streaming every day. I do need like somewhere to charge. I have what do you call it? I have got almost everything I need to use the electrics, but it's not quite ready yet. So Becky's gonna allow me to use her gaff as a little bit of a base while I sort a few things out, and also allow me to move some of the stuff from the van so I can clear space. I just think I'll then have the capacity to do like certain things that I haven't been able to get done. There's no Timmy's up here though, chat. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. Maybe let me just take back everything I've just said. We might have to completely reconsider. No Tims at all. Maybe I'll have to contact Tyken then and see if Tyken can be the backup plan, because I'm pretty sure there's a Timmy's in Leicester. No, miles away, but if you fancy coming down the southeast for a break, I'm in Hastings, pal. All right, thanks, Kreza. What gang have you upset in Milton Keynes? Let's go explore Scotland. Yeah, I definitely will at some point, but yeah, that's going to cost a lot in fuel. This thing drinks fuel, so oh no, happy for you, mate. I think it's good for anyone's been able to get away from certain cities in the UK. Yeah, well, that's it, mate. That's it. Just there's just too many things going on here, distracting me and causing me like stress and anxiety and all sorts of things. So yeah, basically getting away from here. No more Milton Keynes. And the good thing is, up that north area is the Peak District. So thanks Tyken. Tyken the legend. Tyken, you're going to be storing Stevie's stuff. That's a no-go then. Hello, Yemsy. How are you doing, Yemsy? Wait, what's a no-go? Oh, right, because of the Timmies. Yeah. Anyway, I can put TTS back on. Yeah, Milton Keynes would wear anyone down, run. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Getting out of here. I've packed the van up with literally everything. Right, return.
MB_Dragon says greetings at Steve Aiden chat.
Hello, MB Dragon. Hello. Yeah, so that's now out in the open. Time to move location.
Frey Henderson says, hey, Mr. Stevie, been a while.
Hello, Freya. How's it been? Good to see you.
Yemsy says, so this is the next step.
Yeah, the next step is
Tickling
moving
says
base.
there is a Tim's up there.
There is a Tim's up there. Moving base. Like I said,
Tickling
Becky
says
is
no need to store the stuff.
being
Easy.
a great
says
friend,
no tickling
and she's gonna store some of the stuff so I can actually empty this van a little bit. And also, I need to sell some of the stuff. And to be fair, she's been absolutely smashing the whole freaking selling on Facebook. So I need to sell a few things on Facebook. So I'll have to look over her shoulder and see her little tactics and how she's so successful with it. But yeah, so selling a few bits as well. And it'll be nice to have that space to be able to reorganize, like actually reorganize the van where it just feels like it's in a, what do you call it? In a reorganized space. What am I on about? TTS just randomly broke. What's happened here? Family you choose, bruh. Exactly. What are you doing? I wonder if it stopped working. I wonder if I ran out of data. quite possible. I need to check. If I have run out of data, that's really good timing that I've done it before I set off on my journey. 182 meg left. Okay, yeah, I've definitely pretty much run out. How do I... Resets in 8 days? I'm sure there's a way you can like renew now. Manage plan. No, that's not the case. No, it will allow me to get things. Mate, do a GoFundMe page and shave your head. What am I doing, DJ Mark? Sorry about the bitrate. I'm working on it. Okay. I don't know why it's being a prick. We've got you covered. Check out add-ons. I hope you're stopping on the way to get Becky a suitable gift, maybe some earplugs. You cheeky shite. Where's that not working? Got you covered. So I've used all my data, so how do I... This isn't ideal. What gift should he get me? Some earplugs, I already said. Data add-ons, geez, that's expensive, isn't it? Recommended add-ons, out of plan on £10. Out of plan add-on £10. Get account credit. No, I don't want that. Purchase more data. UK. UK unlimited data passes. £7 for a tenner. That gives me 7 days of unlimited. So 10. Shambles never changed, Stevie. Now we'll shamble. Alright, let me just... I'm just going to buy 7 days. It's a tenner, fuck it. It just... work. Yeah, let's use PayPal. I reckon someone's donated, so there's probably some money in there. Oh, what the fuck? I can't turn on TTS until I've bought the data, so just... Confirm it's me. Yes, it's me. Confirm. Sent the notification to your app. So any second now, start to get data coming through. Being throttled full-time streamer, by the way. Okay, it reckons it's working now. I'm gonna turn the modem off and back on, and hopefully that will fix the. Use Becky's data. Tim Hortons donut. Big facts. Tim Hortons as a gift. They are concrete cows even. Utter shambles. How many gifted to tip a concrete cow on the way? Being throttled full-time streamer. I like Pixelates Stevie. Yeah, it's back now. Yeah, turn it off and on. Typical IT response. Yeah, I think it's back now simply because it's now on just... That's really weird. It's back now, it's on 100% SIM card. When it was on them both, it was low bit rate. Like, that sounds like poor app management. But I clearly have enough signal, but when this was connected, that wasn't working. It was like 50-50, and then it was low bit rate. But the SIM card clearly has the signal to be able to hold the stream up. So I don't know why it was deciding to go low bit rate when... Yeah, that makes no sense. That's bad. Bad effort from Moblin. So I just paid £10 to get unlimited data for 7 days, which should take me to my renewal. Because I normally pay £12 for 100 that quick, because I think Moblin used... The way I had it set up, I was using... Oh no, maybe it's just struggling anyway. So maybe it's just the cellular data in and out. The fuck is its problem? What's its problem? I don't really get its problem, if I'm honest with you. Just get Starlink. That's really bad. Do you know why it's doing that, Tycoon? So now the Wi-Fi is connected, it's struggling. But if I disconnect the Wi-Fi, it holds no problem. That seems so scuffed. Like, it's like the Wi-Fi is like holding it back. That is so scuffed. Then your Wi-Fi connection is fucked. So I'm just going to turn Wi-Fi off for a second. If I turn the Wi-Fi off, I guarantee you now it will work. No, still struggling. The fuck? What is it doing? Anyway, typical Stevie D style, I decided, you know what? Let's now travel to my new area base, and I was like, what time of the day could I do it? I was like, I know the best time of day is. There is no way. Comrade with a £10 dono. Let's freaking go. Comrade, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. I did not expect that, and sorry the noties weren't going off. I'm gonna restart it again because it's still not working. It is fine now you disconnected the Wi-Fi. It's kind of still a little bit choppy. Thank you, comrade, mate. I honestly appreciate that. Was that to cover the data? We do need to pop to the fuel stations. I'm not sure I have enough to get up north. I don't know if... Is chat just being quiet? I think you are. Gonna restart it one more time and hopefully this will fix it. Oh, by the way, chat, do you remember when I did that stream in Manchester? I got a parking ticket. Literally got £100 parking ticket. So that kind of sucks. I have appealed it. So I appealed it. I phoned the credit card company and got the time of the transaction of the parking ticket. How about the speeding fine? I haven't got one of them. So there was a 20-minute... So basically, they sent in the letter. I can't show you the letter because of obviously doxing. But they sent the letter, and in the letter, they had the entrance to the parking and the exit to the parking. And the difference was, I think, 2 hours and 33 minutes. And when I paid at the machine, I paid for 2 hours. So they've just gone, oh, you've paid for 2 hours, you were there for an extra half an hour. But I'm appealing it because I arrived there at 2:33 and I didn't actually buy the ticket because I was still trying to figure it out and, you know, get sorted and whatnot. So I didn't actually buy the ticket until 2:52. And as it happened, me and Becky and Sarani and Kurt were all streaming. And on my stream, I actually have the time in the corner. So I returned to the van at 4:45, roughly. So I've already returned to the van within 2 hours. So I think that works out something like 1 hour and 52 or whatever. I don't know, my maths is wrong. So I was like, I sent them basically an appeal, and I said I was back within the 2 hours, before the 2 hours, and you can see that I get in the driving seat on the live stream at 4:52, which is when my ticket runs out. So I'm in the driving seat and I'm ready to go at 4:52, but then I don't actually leave the car park officially for another 12 minutes. So anyway, yeah, that's I don't know if I don't know if chat's still working or what. I don't know what's going on. This date is a mess. Absolute mess. No internet connection. Why is it no internet though? I've literally just bought a new thing. How long does it take to activate? 7 more days of chaos and disappointment. Count me in. Well, let me replay that. Is that going to work now? Expect an additional fine for streaming on private property. Imagine. Good luck on that appeal. I doubt it will. Why do you doubt it will, Tycoon? That's the interesting thing, because they are a member of the, what is it called? Is it the RCP or whatever? Okay, now it's working. I'm gonna connect to the Wi-Fi again.
Tikanuke says because you've just said you went over the 2 hours you paid.
Yeah, but the rules state that you need to be given.
Tikanuke says the only leeway is 20 minutes at the start. Ripperusa says 20 minutes to buy a ticket to. Mystic_Smiler says NCP.
And 2 seconds. Connect. Yeah, so the 20 minutes at the start, right? And they're supposed to give you, it actually states in the rules and regs that they must give you at least 10 minutes to leave. Now, I left within 12 minutes. So they're like, according to the rules, they've literally just given me 2 minutes, and like 2 minutes above the 10 minutes. So it's very clear that I was...
Tikanuke says yeah, so you went over.
Yeah, but surely you're not parked there. It says at least, anyway. But surely, like, how does it work? Like, when you think about it, whenever you go and park, you never just park.
Says, yeah,
and
you're grasping at straws there, mate. Good luck.
Nah, I reckon I can. I reckon.
30 minutes of free parking.
You know, I wasn't parking though. That's the thing. Is it like you can see on the live stream? I'm not there like parking. I'm trying to leave. I'm organising everything to leave. I don't want the parking. So either way, I'm more than happy to appeal that. I'm pretty confident. Because you say 30 minutes of free parking, but the ticket was bought like 20 minutes, and you know, they have to cater for everyone. Not everyone is going to figure out the parking situation.
Will the appeal work?
Will the appeal work? Well, either way, I'm going to fight it, because I actually believe that, like,
Conrad
I didn't do anything wrong.
Says was the van stationary and in the same spot for more than 2 hours. Benny_DZ says I'm confused.
And confused. Was the van stationary and in the same spot for 2 hours? Well, it was, yeah. But I was in the van. Like, I would happily pay for more if there was like, because who does that, right?
Says convicted by Conrad_.
Think about the situation. Just have a little think about the situation, right? So you return to your van or your car, your vehicle. Just listen to the concept. So you return to your vehicle. Your ticket runs out at 16:52. You're in the driver's seat and you're ready to leave at 16:52, or you're still doing stuff, right? I do remember also, while leaving the car park, I went the wrong way and had to turn around in my van, so that cost me about 5 minutes, right?
Mystic_Smiler says basically just pay and look proud.
Who goes in, who gets in the vehicle, and then now you've gone over 5 minutes over your ticket, who then goes, oh, I'm leaving now, let me go buy another ticket for the next 10 minutes? Like, who does that, honestly?
Tikanuke says I leave before the time I have paid for.
Like, I'm just intrigued to know. Yeah, but you can't say you've done that every time, Tycoon. I guarantee at some point in your life, you've got back to the car at the time, and then you've gone to leave.
Ripperissa says honest people lol.
Well, that is an interesting one.
Chickanook says nope.
Because, yeah, I mean, obviously, if I felt,
Chickanook says only on street parking because of the 10-minute grace period.
yeah, well, that grace period is still valid. So I feel the fact that they've only given me 12 minutes grace period instead of 10, I think that's a little bit harsh.
DJ Mark 323 says I'm pretty conscious after I pay a parking ticket to leave ASAP. Lord Faulty says I always pay for more than I need just in case.
Interesting. But yeah, like, if you actually put that into perspective, by their the rules and
Chickanook
regs.
says I think both things added up, and you got 32 minutes of parking without paying for it. You will be extremely lucky to get out of it. Rogue Barker 182 says heading home now. We'll leave a tab up. Have a great stream.
Thank you, Rob.
Mystic_Smiler says hello at Lord Faulty you mate. Gripperisa says I think you are doomed as they got you arriving at 2:33 and not buying a ticket till 2:52.
Yeah, but that's because I couldn't work it out.
Says if you do, get a lottery ticket.
Yeah, but that's because I couldn't work out how the freaking thing worked. So, like, you know, probably down to my dyslexia. So it's like, you know, is that really just because someone else can figure it out quick and easy,
Lord Faulty says
and I might be a bit stupid? Is that not a bit harsh? Like, you know, if someone has like a disadvantage.
Becky says Twitch chat are also parking professionals as well as tech support. Conrad__ says I enjoy your delusional justifications, dude.
Well, no, I'm openly asking the question. I want an actual answer. I'm trying not to be delusional. I'm trying to actually open-mindedly discussing it. But no one's actually responding to my question. Like, do you guys honestly feel that you get a 10-minute grace period? As I was leaving the parking, I made a wrong turn and I had to turn around. Becky was actually in the van. I don't know if you remember that, Becky. In fact, it's on the VOD. It's on the VOD. The VOD's still there, chat, if you want to see it.
323 says, well, the answer will be when or if you get away with the appeal.
Well, I'm just trying to just figure out people's moral perspective on if you're given a 10-minute grace period and they've given me a ticket because I was 12 minutes.
Becky Seyfel says, don't rope me into this.
You're already roped in. I genuinely want your opinions on it.
Conrad
Do you feel...
says it is fair that you can't tell time or drive. No. Chickanook says 10 minutes is not 12 minutes. Chickanook says that's where I stand on that one.
So you are solid, like, you've gone... If you go 5 seconds over 10 minutes, you deserve a £100 fine. That's where you stand on that.
Kai_Brooks says they have to draw the line somewhere. You were 2 minutes over, but what about the other person that was 4 minutes over? Do they keep extending it?
Well, yeah, there is that. Interesting.
Ripperisa says I agree with Judge Ticken. Put the cuffs on and send him down.
Yeah, I just think the way I'm looking at it is like the perspective of like
says, I think I've gained weight.
Is in terms of actually parking, leaving your vehicle there parked, like I wasn't like blocking anyone, it wasn't overly busy.
Says, I am here for the parking gate
so
saga. It will run and run.
I'm just looking at it from my perspective. The way I look at it is like I parked, paid, unattended for an hour and 52.
But I
So
that you went 2 minutes over, but in reality it is 32 minutes over lol grace period or otherwise.
So yeah, the way I see it is I parked the vehicle, left it unattended for an hour and 52 minutes. Now, so if I knew that was an issue, and the fact that you've got that period either side and they wanted me to pay for that, even though I wouldn't see it as parked, and yeah, I struggle with that.
I assume you read their terms and conditions in those initial 20 minutes to confirm the grace period. Cornwall_UK says, would the ticket have been automatically processed and issued, or would a human have looked it and sent out the ticket?
I reckon
Conrad
automatically.
_ says Stevie, the way I look at it from my perspective is that I don't want this parking ticket.
That's a great opinion, Conrad. Yeah, well, okay.
Tikanuke says at Cornwall_UK it's always automatic.
I just I just think my intention was never to try and get free parking.
You pay for parking, you pay to be on their property.
Yeah, but then it should state that. It doesn't state about being on the property, because otherwise you wouldn't have the grace period. Or maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Tikanuke says it does on their terms and conditions most likely.
Do they give you time to read their terms and conditions?
Says if a human looks at the situation, they might not enforce the ticket.
Well, this is the thing, right? They want you to read terms and condition. Who pays for that? So do I have to pay? So I have to pay them to read their terms and conditions. So if their terms and conditions, especially someone like me who's dyslexic, if reading the terms and conditions is so if it takes me 15 minutes, well, there you go, exactly. So surely I have it covered. I've read the terms and conditions. So it's not like I've tried to get free parking out of it. It's not like I've gone, oh yeah, I've parked here for longer. I was only gone for an hour and 52. So, the moment you pay, it's the moment it's from, yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's just one of those, isn't it?
Conrad _ says you literally tried to get free parking.
If I knew that it was deemed as free parking, because I was driving out, so then 5 minutes when I went the wrong way.
If you read them, they will say, why didn't you buy a longer ticket, lol.
But yeah, because I turned the wrong way going out the car park, it's pissed me off a little bit, because when I think back, like Tycoon was saying, 12 minutes isn't 10 minutes. It makes me think, if I didn't drive the wrong way because it wasn't clear, then I would have been all right. So that fact annoys me, because I'm like, yeah, it's all in the VOD if someone actually does want to look. But yeah, maybe because I was showing my friend, showing the streamers the van.
Conrad _ says you're right. The duration of your ticket should be guideline. Why can't they just be chill? It's Juliet says, are we still having a TED talk? Mystic _
Of course,
Smiler
Julie.
says that was a you thing going wrong way though. Tikanuke says the rules I think expect you to be leaving it when you have paid, not to still be in the bay. So to leave the car park shouldn't take 10 minutes, going the wrong way or not. I am not watching the VOD.
I am not watching the VOD. No, you don't have to watch the VOD. I said it's just there if people want to watch it. Interesting.
Mystic _ Smiler says lol Tikin.
Yeah, I mean, you can only see things from your perspective, can't you? So.
Mr_super_Fox says according to the BPA, British Parking Association, the allotted time to purchase a parking ticket is approximately 5 minutes. Tikanik says it's worth the appeal, but just don't expect it to work, but it might. Conrad__ says, so are you driving up north today?
Ooh.
Cause you're burning daylight. Mr.
We are burning
_
daylight a little bit,
says,
yeah.
shall we just move on next subject? Tikanik says,
Subject.
was the fine because you left late or bought it late? Tikanik says, well, I say
It
fine,
just said,
it's in invoice.
hello, Super
Mr.
Fox.
_super_Fox
It's an
says
invoice.
also hello all.
But yeah, the BPA, apparently they have 10 minutes grace. But yeah, I mean, anyway, yeah, I mean, if I knew that it was that I was expected to pay for the bit in between of me buying the ticket and driving out, then of course I would pay for the ticket. Like, I'm not trying to fucking gain any free parking. You know, it's just the perspective I had, which was, I was only away from the vehicle, left it parked for an hour and 52 minutes. So if I messed up in that respect, which I obviously have, yeah, that's on me. But obviously I'm going to feel a little bit like done by, because there was literally no intention of trying to gain any free parking. Like, if I knew that was a problem, I would have just paid it.
Researching and appealing it, but can't spend 30 seconds making sure you left the car park on time.
So you spent 5 hours researching and appealing it. You what? Where did 5 hours come from? Yeah, I think the problem is I didn't know where I was going, so I had to set the sat nav up and all that stuff, and it was dicking around, and then I went the wrong way. But anyway, is what it is. I've appealed it, and yeah, if I knew that was an issue, I would have just paid the extra parking. I just didn't think they'd have an issue with me, like, because in my head I've looked at it, I've gone, oh yeah, the ticket's run out, I'm in the driver's seat ready to go, and then yeah, the fact that it took me 10 minutes to get everything organised and leave, well technically 12 minutes if you include me driving the wrong way.
Who are these tight assholes?
So
you should be grateful you decide to spend time in this town. Can't remember the last time I went to Milton Means. Conrad__ says, so your legal argument is, please don't fine me, please.
Nah, my legal argument is the fact that it was left unattended for an hour and 52, and I was back with the vehicle ready to go. I wasn't trying to gain any free parking, whatnot. So anyway, oh god, my back.
Tikanik says, oh yeah, it is 5 minutes at the start, so you might find you broke their terms and conditions at the start and end of the parking period, but it depends massively on the terms and conditions of the car park. It's voluntary if they give you more time.
Well, if they're trying to discriminate my dyslexia, then I will not be having that. I shall not allow that to be the issue. So anyway, we can move on now. Is what it is. I've appealed. Hopefully it does get appealed, because there was literally no intention of trying to gain any freaking free parking. In my head, I was in and out in under 2 hours. The way I saw it. So
Fox says, did you mention your dyslexia?
I did, yeah. I did. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just a perspective thing. In my head, I thought I was in and out in an hour and 52.
Leo
but
says, get back to work.
But obviously not, and I understand their perspective, but obviously it's... And even if I win the appeal, it's something to learn from, because my perspective on it, to this day, hasn't got me in an issue like this, you know? So this is the first time I've had a parking ticket based on this. So, you know, my perspective has always been served me well. But however, listening to chat and everything, it seems that the perspective is very different to the majority of people in here. So, but it also shows that my my perspective is
Mr.
has got me in trouble.
Fox says it's all those who take the piss with no reason that spoils it for other people who are honest.
Yeah, it is a shame. Like, I feel like the fine could have been a bit less harsh. It could have been like, look, you were here for an extra half an hour. Here's an opportunity to kind of pay, like, you know, because it was an honest mistake. It wasn't like I wasn't trying to gain anything from it. Like,
Conrad __ says if I buy a slice of cake in a cafe and just keep eating all the cakes without noticing, should the cafe say, no need to pay, we know you didn't mean to, you're just a greedy bastard?
well, you would though, wouldn't you? Eat all the cakes without noticing.
Mr. _super_ Fox says, yeah, I didn't think it was 100 quid.
Yeah, £100. I just think it's freaking harsh, man. What's this fan on? Yeah. So anyway, we can.
I tend to favour car parks with ticket systems or pay on exit for this reason.
Yeah.
Benny _DZ says someone say cake.
But anyway, yeah, like I said, to summarise it, my perspective hasn't served me well in this situation. It seems to differ from a lot of people, and it's definitely something to learn from, and something to pay close attention to. Oh, I've started moving. I'm not even like, I haven't even got the sat nav on or anything. Oh shit, it's not going to connect to that, is it? Okay, just leave that there. Right.
Conrad __ says any chance you can move that thing on the dash that's reflecting on the screen?
Oh, wait. Something reflecting on the dash. Oh, is it a ticket? Is it that ticket thing? Is that what you mean?
Tickanuk says nectar voucher. Tickanuk says lol.
No, not right now. I'll have to pull over.
Tickanuk says just slam the brakes on it, might move it.
Nectar voucher, there you go. How's that? Does that work for everyone? Are we good? Does seem like the quality's a bit bad. Oh no, this is gonna...
Mystic _ Smiler says, is that better? Digital _dog says fine for parking at bus stop. 100 please. Benny _DZ
oh, for
says
fuck's
get out
sake.
before they find you.
Get out of my way, get out of my way. For fuck's sake.
Mr. _super_ Fox says lol.
Imagine though.
Conrad __ says I've reported the bus stopping code.
Oh, for fuck's
Benny
sake.
_
Please
DZ
don't.
says appeal. I was looking at the bus timetable.
Yeah, and my dyslexia meant that it took me longer to read it.
Says that Conrad Conrad__clip and ship.
You look horrible to me.
Digital_dog says I got a warning from a police car for stopping you for 10 seconds at a bus stop once. No joke.
Stopping at a bus stop for 10 seconds. I mean, at least it was just a warning. To be fair, I'd be fuming if I got some sort of fine for that. Next time you can look at the bloody Nectar voucher. I've got the fan on the phone as well, which is good. So you won't be overheating. I mean, it's not that hot here anyway, but like the other day, the sun was beaming on it, and what do you call it? It overheated. But now I've got this fan. If we get in that situation again, we should be sweet. Oh, I need to get fuel, don't I? No, I'm going to get in front of this car because I can't be asked. We love rush hour, don't we, chat? Get in.
Conrad___ says, does the van have cruise control?
It doesn't, mate, no. Well, I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Conrad__. Anyway, mate, thanks again for the £10 dono. That does actually mean that we are closer to the donation goal for today, which would mean the streak will continue if we hit the goal, which I think is 32.
Says, hey there.
What's the goal, chat? Is it £32? So I think if we get that £22 before the end of the stream, the streak continues. Day 120. Welcome to the Q simulator. Interesting. The reverse cam actually looks like it's configured all right.
DJ Mark 323 says, did you manage to calibrate it?
No, I need
_DZ says Traffic Simulator 2025.
yeah. I need the one of the map things. You need like a calibration mat. It looks like they're just bits of paper.
Anyone would think it is rush hour.
Yeah, it's just typical CVD. I just thought, when shall I start my travel? And I was like, let's go rush hour, because I miss being stuck in rush hour traffic. So, and I know there's a lot of people here that probably like to play this traffic simulator. So I just thought 2 birds, 1 stone and all that. Right result, innit?
Conrad __ says how far north are you heading?
Well, I'll probably head to probably up to the Sheffield, because that's where I'm going to be dropping some of the stuff off at
RJPSG
Becky's.
says I'm excited for you, exploring some new areas.
Yeah, especially like where near that Sheffield area is the Peak District, which those who aren't familiar with the
DJ
UK.
Mark 323 says I've just come from IRL traffic straight into traffic sim, living the dream here, Cap.
Yeah, mate, loving it. Good times. So yeah, we'll probably head to Sheffield today, and then yeah, not sure where we'll explore tomorrow, but yeah, I'd need to start finding places to do the van work.
Tikanuke says one last MK Tims for the road. Conrad __ says have you considered making friends with someone with a workshop? It's Juliet says
I can't make friends, comrade. How do you make friends, mate? Got any tips? Give me some tips. Are we off to Timmy's? Hello, Julie. We are not off to Timmy's, no. We are off to get some fuel.
Conrad __ says I know that it's the making friends, but that's the challenge.
That's the challenge. Okay.
Tikanuke says no Timmy's, but it is right there. Tikanuke says scammy duh.
Scammy duh. Yeah, scammy duh. Scammy duh. Up to it again.
Runa Raven 1 says hello, hope you're having a great day today at Steve Aid.
Hello, Ruma Raven. Is this guy one of those who can't figure it out? Because as I was coming in, this car in front of me, like I wanted to reverse.
Says, what's the big changes? Only just got here.
I'm moving. Oh shit! Yeah,
Conrad
he don't know what he's doing, does he?
Says, have you tried using your impeccable timekeeping as a way to make friends?
You what? Impeccable timekeeping to make friends. You're gonna have to explain how that's possible, because I can't figure out the technique the tactic you're going with there. I think the camera setup kind of figures things out. It's tried to calibrate it, but without the mat, I don't think it's gonna work. Anyone in chat have a massive printer? What's this car doing? Like,
Conrad
are they already...
__ says just having a dog at your terrible timekeeping and general shambolic nature. Conrad __ says dig. Runa Raven 1 says
enough.
moving. Who, where you going?
We're going up north, so our good friend Becky is helping me with storing some of my stuff.
Harrio __ says didn't you just fill up the other day?
Yeah, mate, this thing
Mr.
drinks fuel.
Super _ Fox says only A3 lol.
So yeah, Becky's gonna help store some of my stuff, which means we'll have a clearer van. We won't have crap everywhere, and that will just make a big difference for trying to do the work. Because a lot of the time I just think, what can I work on? Because I think It's going to take me half an hour to take everything out, then do the work, then half an hour put it all back in, and then like I've just been fed up with doing it all. So if we can clear the van and only having the
Toilet
van,
brush salesman says she'll never get to Australia at this rate.
nah, she will.
Underscore says it would drink less fuel if you didn't accelerate at 100% everywhere. Tikanuke says in 8 hours of editing.
And 8 hours of editing. That's a very good point. Good old editing. We love the editing. Yeah. Come on, mate. Hurry up. Jesus Christ.
Waddlen says, does that include the dishwasher?
It does, yes.
Says awesome. Way to go, Becky.
That dishwasher's
Neo
going straight to
1
Becky's.
says, no dishwasher, okay. When you get back, I'll order the fridge.
Fuck off. Nah, mate, honestly, right, you've had your fun, Leo. That dishwasher has stressed me out enough. It's going in storage to Becky's now, mate. It's had its role. And I'm done with it.
Harryo __O says, mad lad. Tikanuke says he loves the dishwasher gift so much he is dumping it. Conrad ___ says, so Becky will be hiding all the valuables as we speak. Tikanuke says,
Maybe.
ask for a refund, Leo.
Right. How much should I put in? Maybe I'll put like 50 quid in. Yeah, 50 quid for now. Yeah, I think I put 50 quid in. That'll get me up there and probably a bit left over.
Mystic _Snyder says appeal it. Conrad __ says just enough so you have to stop again before you get there.
Nah, this will get me there. It probably cost me about 30 quid to get there, I reckon. Maybe more. Maybe 35. Nah, about 30. How many miles is it?
Says, look at that fancy silver wheelie bin. Devolksy says not driving far then, mate.
It's well, I'm heading to a Sainsbury's, so that's like 120 miles away. Not driving far then, mate. Yeah, we're doing about 120 miles. Go Sainsbury's, grab some food.
DJ Mark 323 says at Gripperusa.
Alright, I've just got what you said. Is it that smart car? I've just gone past it and looked at what you meant.
Conrad __ says 2 hours-ish, or 4 with all the getting lost and faffing around. Devolksy says
Yeah,
2
2
hours
hours-ish.
driving.
Yeah, about 2 hours, yeah. So a nice drive and chill stream today. I don't know how I'm going to edit this into a YouTube video. So I suppose I've got the bit at the beginning of me talking.
Harrio __ O says time to stop for a Timmy's then. Conrad
No bloody
__
Timmy's.
says just edit all the different parts where you get fined. Devolksy says I do like Costco lol.
You do like a bit of Costco, do you? Should have took streaming there. Oh shit, I don't have a membership. Oh, I could probably renew my membership actually. Relax, don't do it when you want to come to it.
Can't complain.
Oh shit, I've just realised like rush hour is going to be proper light. Do you know what? It's telling me it's going to be quicker to go this way. And I actually think it's right because I know how clogged up that gets.
Tikanik says Costco fuel is dirt cheap too.
Yeah, we don't have a
_
fuel here though.
says so many roundabouts.
So yeah, this has taken me a shortcut. This reckons it's going to knock off about 5 minutes. And it is probably correct. So where I was going to be going, it hang on, let me just get this bit. Yes, where we're going down that road. If I carried on down that road, it was literally going to take me to the junction for the motorway, and it is absolutely ramo every time at this time of day. So this way, in theory, should that bit. Why is it saying 100% cellular? What's happened to my what's happened to the frickin' modem? Is this all the other cars doing the same thing? Oh yeah, you literally have disconnected, I think. Yeah, it has disconnected. The fuck? All this to skip the queue. I actually have no idea where the modem is. The fuck? The actual fuck? Oh, by the way, T Canook, are you still here, mate? Maybe there's someone wants to buy my sofa. Sofa set. Sofa's never sell. Nice. How much for, Becky? If you don't mind me asking. Because, yeah, you're right. Sofas is quite a hard thing to sell. But, yeah, if you're here, T Canook, this is Milton Keynes Coachway coming up down here on the right. Where on the right here, these traffic lights, set of traffic lights, this is where, I mean, yeah, we're stopping here, so can't really show you in there. But yeah, literally in there is the Coachway on the right. And that is where it's free parking. And then you can get a coach to like any airport. So it's something to consider for any potential future airport situations. So I mean, it just depends on if it works out cheaper, like driving here and then getting a coach. If the coach is a lot cheaper, it might be worth it, but I don't know the price difference. Yeah, this has definitely skipped, yeah, this has massively skipped the queue. Because I've gone round the back of Broughton. So you're about to see the queue I'll skip. How close is that to Gatwick? How close is it to Gatwick? I mean, it's still probably like a 2-hour drive from here, but it's just the fact that it's convenient because you can just leave your car there for free. Ah, prick. But look on the left, you see all them cars? That is literally, that goes all the way back to the roundabout, and we would have been stuck in that. I'm so freaking confused. Literally so confused. It's unbelievable. Like, where has the freaking... Where has the modem gone? How's it disappeared? We're currently on one modem, and it's, well, yeah, one SIM card, and it's evidently struggling. What the actual fuck? Absolutely baffled me. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure out another way to get. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out another way to get the TTS on because. I reckon that must have that probably saved about 15 minutes. That little Moblin has TTS. Interesting. I hope it randomly starts to work. Just pull over. Well, I can't on a motorway, but yes, I probably need to pull over. I'll pull over at services. That's what I'll do. In fact, I think there is actually. I'm going north, aren't I? Is Newport Pagnell north? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. There should be services literally. Real. Yes. So while we have bad signal. Yeah, there we go. Newport Pagnell services 1 mile. Literally, that was my plan, you little shite. Oh, it looks like it's moving. Cool. I'll go to my plan then. There we go. That's all the driving for today. Yeah, I have no idea how it's just disappeared. I had it in here, right? I didn't like knock it out when I got the fuel, did I? Oh, here it is. I'm going to nick that. Take that. Oh shit. Oops, sorry. Left it by the ticket machine. Alright, you pack it in now. Your parking jokes. Park in a Tesla space, left it on the roof. I couldn't reach the roof. Part of me is wondering whether I should get a coffee. Nah, it's just a waste of money. Could make my own little coffee if I wanted one. I hope Stevie takes me to Alton Towers now that there'll be a vehicle in my life. Don't know if you can take a big van to Alton Towers, can you? Would it fit? They normally proper try and ram you in spaces.
says not got enough time for these parking jokes. Becky Seyfel says, by the way, just a heads up, I go to bed around 11 p.m, so make sure you're here before then.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you, thank you. Will I make it before then? Who knows? Who knows with my navigational skills?
DJ Mark 323 says that could be a big ask with Stevie. Becky Seyfel says already covered some serious ground.
I haven't I? Is this not connecting? Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to go. I probably need to connect to this actually. Hang on. Disconnecting. Oh, wait, that's not what I want. On? Is that on? Wi-Fi on? Okay, I think now it's working.
DJ Mark 323 says all good. Tikanuke says, did you load the bulkhead so you can finally sell it, lol?
Yeah, that's basically it, yeah. You can see the bulkheads, can't you?
Conrad __ says, did you run out of fuel already?
No, Mr. Conrad.
Leo 1 Rupee says, can we get a new challenge going, Stephen? You get a parking ticket in every city you visit. GG.
You can fuck right off. Oh my god.
Mr. Shrimp says the hair was better yesterday. What happened?
No sense. Thank you for the £22. See you tomorrow. Okay, it looks like we're streaming tomorrow, and that is a wheel spin. Spin that wheel. Thank you, No Sense, for the £22. So that will be day 121. I can't believe we're 121. It'll be tomorrow. Right, while I'm stationary, let's get that wheel spun. Go on then, Leo. Spin the wheel, mate. Actually...
Checkout 170 says day 121. Wow, GG.
Spin that wheel.
Conrad __ says he did his hair all special for Manukiemi and hasn't touched it since.
Oh, you caught me out.
Says hi Stevie, long time no see.
How's it going, Ricky? What is it? What's it gonna be? Oh, for fucking bonus spin. Alright, spin again.
Checkout 170 says spin again, think that means.
It does check out, yes, it does mean spin again. Schnurdo, you got the gold Stevie D badge now. I think that's the 9-month one. Star jumps, okay. One more spin.
Checkout 170 says get jumping, mate.
Get jumping, mate.
Rickil 3009 says not so good. My grandma passed away 5 days ago and I was doing her a funeral. Kinda sad up to now, but kinda better.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man. That's always a tough thing to go through. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Scammy, scam. There we go, sorted. Okay, back to it, chat. Let's get back to it. Hopefully, maybe I'll make it slightly better.
Checkout 170 says Sag.
Right, back to it, chat. Back to it. Oh, what's this? A parking ticket. Get out of my face. Don't remind me. Oh, actually, is this the one? Oh, I think this is the one, actually. Wait. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. Oh, shit. Here's the parking ticket. I found it.
Gripperisa says let's press on for another mile. Harry Loverstoplay 0420 says hello, this is your GPS speaking. Just wanted to say hi.
Well, hello,
GPS.
GPS.
70 says wait, you had a ticket.
Oh, yeah, I got a parking ticket, yeah. But we won't go on about that again. We've spent the first half an hour going on about that. £100. £100 ticket.
Tikanik says at the end of the road, pass under the ANPR camera and receive a fine in the next 7 to 10 business days. Checkout 170 says sorry I am late. Harry Loverstoplay 0420 says should we just toss it, mate? Surely if it's lost you won't have to worry about it.
Nah, I've already peeled.
It was actually an hour. Schnado says 100 WTF for.
Like it. My ticket ran out and I didn't leave the car park for 12 minutes after the ticket ran out. Even though I was in the car, in the vehicle, ready to leave. It took me 12 minutes to leave and I got a ticket for it. So. But, is what it is.
Says engage the hyperdrive.
I've had the different opinions of different people, all the experts in chat, etc.
Harry Loverstoplay 0420 says please tell me you didn't get the ticket while in the van. Check out
Yeah.
170 says 12 minutes and 100 quid, that is rough.
Yeah, it was also because it took me 20 minutes to buy the... No, 19 minutes actually. 19 minutes to... It's because it took me 19 minutes to buy the ticket. That was the other issue, is when I arrived at the car park, like I was trying to figure things out, work out what I needed to do, and that took 18, 19 minutes. So I think that added up with the 12 minutes at the end. It worked out that a total of 33 minutes, even though I only parked it for 1 hour 52.
Got my glasses on earlier and thought your title said 120 days stream steak lol yum yum.
But anyway, I won't go on about it again. But I've appealed it. Most people in chat think I won't win the appeal, but it's worth a go.
It's Juliet says huh.
Huh? What do you mean, huh, Julie?
Check out 170 says tell them you was eating a sausage.
I actually put my Twitch link in the appeal to the VOD,
says where we off to.
so they can watch the VOD. So we're now leaving Milton Keynes Fi-Fi, and I'm now...
One rupee says Julie.
Our good friend Becky is going to look after some of the stuff for me. We're moving away from Milton Keynes and trying to get away from an environment that isn't serving me well at the minute, basically. That's the best way of putting it. Changing the environment for the better.
Flippy Flip says escaping. It's Juliet says are you got the sausage this time, Leo? Check out 170 says are you staying in Becky's driveway tonight? Leo, 1 rupee
Probably,
says
to
I
be
did,
fair.
Julie.
I haven't actually confirmed that, but yeah, probably. And then probably sort out the van stuff tomorrow, like all the stuff I can store at Becky's. I'll probably do that tomorrow.
It's Juliet says faster Becky sells Stevie stuff, the faster she gets to Australia.
She selling my stuff. Imagine, come back, she sold it all. Gone to Australia.
It's Juliet says Mark has a sausage too. Shnado says Shush has been playing the long game for a couple months, finally getting all that inventory. DJ Mark 323 says I was gifted a sausage.
So was I. Did you say thanks for the sausage, Mark?
Leo 1 rupee says can you cook Becky a shit steak again for old time's sake? It's Juliet says thanks for the sausage.
No, Leo. Maybe as a thank you, I'll cook her a proper steak. Thanks for the sausage.
Harry Lover Stop Play 0420 says just make it with strawberries again. She loved it last time. DJ Mark 323 says thanks for the sausage.
There we go. Nice one, Mark.
Korean Realite says 120 days, let's go.
Hello, Corey. How's it going? Yeah, not bad going, is it? Someone just got flashed from a speed camera. Yeah, 120 days. I think chat really want to get to 180 days. And to be fair, today was a good little team effort.
Leo 1 Rupee says I think Becky should have a sleepover in the van to experience the vibe. Checkout 170 says not a speeding ticket is well made.
Yeah. Yeah, Leo, I think after the steak experience, I don't think Becky really wants to step foot in the van ever again.
It's Juliet says did you spin the wheel?
Yeah, we got a bonus spin. Leo done the wheel spins.
Flippy Flint says maybe once it is finished.
Maybe once it's finished, yeah, maybe. So yeah, those who don't know Becky, she is a DJ streamer and an IRL streamer. So, if you don't follow her already, she's an absolute legend who's doing me a big favour. So, go drop her a follow. If you like IRL stuff, then follow her IRL channel. If you like a bit of DJ stuff, then follow her DJ channel. So if a mod could give a shout out to Becky's IRL channel.
Harry Loverstoplay 0420 says can a mod give a shout out to her DJ channel too?
Yeah, so if you don't know what it is, Harry, yeah, can a mod do that as well? But yeah, her DJ channel is just Becky Safe. So if you already know her Becky Safe IRL, then it's the same without the IRL, just Becky Safe. Come on, Julie. Julie, Leo.
Harry Loverstoplay 0420 says grill M8 tar.
But yeah, she does. She's a very good drum and bass DJ. So if you like drum and bass, Harry, then you'll definitely like her DJ sets.
Leo 1 Rupee says I'm busy, Julie's got it. Tikanuke says didn't even know you liked DNB.
Yeah, I've always liked DNB. Mainly Liquid. Like if you actually look to my Spotify, my most liked songs are Liquid DNB. A lot of the heavy DNB I don't like. Like I only like
It's
Liquid
Juliet
really.
says been done.
Been done. Good work, Julie. Some of the proper heavy DNB I don't like. It's got to have a bit of emotion to the song.
Gripperisa says jungle is massive.
That's right, mate, yeah. Wicked, wicked and all that. Ugh. Jungle is massive. Wicked, wicked. I reckon actually the donos probably have covered the fuel for today's driving.
Tickanuk says another fine. Harry Loverstoplay 0420 says meow 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 mix.
Another fine. How have I scammed you now, Leo? Scam this, scam that.
It's Juliet says woof 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 woof.
Oh, don't set Yemsy off.
It's Juliet says no music. Harry Loverstoplay 0420 says I used to listen to DI.FM way back in the day, starting to get back into electronic music. Check out
nice.
170 says the Spotify link. Check out 170 says or lack of. Leo 1 Rupee says your playlist command broke like most things here. DJ
Did I used to have a command?
23 says just the sweet sound of chat.
To be fair, I don't have Spotify Premium, so I don't know if that affects it either. Hua.
Leo 1 Rupee says you did. Harry Loverstoplay 0420 says if you have an Android phone, it's easy to get Spotify Premium.
Is that a wink wink type situation? Harry? Is that what you're saying? Wink. Cheer. Right. Got it, Harry, got it. Wink, wink, wink. We do like a bit of wink, wink, wink at times. It doesn't involve, like, jailbreak stuff or any of that malarkey, does it? Well, Harry, please feel free to DM me on Discord and let me know how I buy Spotify Premium on Android. Wink, wink.
Harry Loverstoplay 0420 says will do.
Ah, cheers, mate. Oh, so you just need to install it and then pay for it. Yeah, got it, mate. Yeah, just put your card details in, buy premium. Yeah, all right. That's what I'll do then.
Shadow says virus APK incoming.
Fuck's sake. Who the fuck come up with that command? That was definitely Thailand related. Must have been. Yeah, that is definitely Thailand. Leo just randomly going through the commands.
DJ Mark 323 says it's screaming Thailand.
Ain't it? It was. Do you know what, Mark? It was probably even made on that night me and CJ were down in those buckets, and then chat were probably making out I was cock blocking him or something.
Leo 1 Rupee says this is Thailand.
What's that wall of text I've just seen? If you'd like to support my career as a full-time... Makes it sound very professional, doesn't it, my career? Thank you for supporting my career, chat.
Becky Seyfel says I want to go Thailand again. Do it Stevie style.
I don't think you do want to do it Stevie style, Becky. I do not believe you do. At a minimum, you'd need a plastic bucket filled with every spirit existing. Rejected 12 times. Only 12 times. It's not bad. I've done alright. I'll take that.
DJ Mark 323 says at Nightbot. Becky Seyfel says even when I drank, I don't think I ever drank one of those bucket things.
It's a strange period of my life, that. I'm just thinking about it now. Standing there with a little kid's plastic bucket, drinking out of a plastic straw of all the spirits.
Too much of a lightweight.
Too much of a pussy. Right, got it.
DJ Mark 323 says you haven't missed out, Becky.
Wasn't that night, Mark, the night you first found my stream? that was your introduction to me, Mark, was me drinking that bucket. Oh, what a way to introduce myself. Hello, I'm Stevie D. Let's fucking get on it. Proper geezer me.
DJ Mark 323 says yeah, ha ha ha. Checkout 170 says I missed the bucket drinking. Tukanig says having it large.
Having it large.
Checkout 170 says I'm cock blocking too.
Apparently, according to chat, yeah. By the way, Mark, you're a fellow DJ. If you didn't know Becky Safe, she does DJing. If you wanted to check out her work. Surprised Becky Safe hasn't done any self-promo. She normally loves the self-promo.
DJ Mark 323 says I saw you on her stream, pal.
Nice. Oh wait, on the
Becky
DJ
Seyfel
stream.
says
Becky is busy. Did you already follow her then? Or was it because you were... Oh yeah, because I put it in the Discord. Maybe you saw it on that. Who knows? Who knows?
DJ Mark 323 says, yeah, I lurk a lot when I'm working.
Oh, nice, nice. What was I going to say?
DJ Mark 323 says, not always chatting.
Yeah, fair one, mate. Fair one. Leo, are you having fun, mate? I'm just seeing Leo just putting in all these random freaking...
Becky Seyfel says, creepy stalker. Check out 170 says, Becky is prepping for a visitor and his dishwasher. Harry Lover Stop Play 0420 says, fuck right off Nightbot. Leo 1 Rupee says, yeah, bored mate. DJ Mark 323 says, geez, shots fired. Leo 1 Rupee says, once Becky's on, it'll be fun.
Were they shots fired at you, Mark? That's got to be an unfollow, surely.
Tricky 53 says hello at Leo 1 RS. Conrad __ says, are we there yet? Leo
Yeah.
1 Rupee says, hey at Tricky 53.
How's it going, Tricky? Good to see you, mate.
DJ Mark 323 says,
I want
was
plants.
just there for you anyways, Cap.
Good man. That's what I like to hear.
Conrad __ says, hogging the middle lane. 105.
Definitely not, mate. I'm flying past them. Look. There's no hogging going on. Flying past all these vehicles.
Tricky 53 says, how's is going, Stevie?
Yeah, going all right, mate. I'll give you the update as obviously I know you wouldn't have been able to be here earlier.
Says, my NB full speeding ticket.
But basically, Tricky, I need to get out of that Milton Keynes environment. There's like personal stuff going on and that. I need to get away, so I have packed up my stuff, like all my stuff. Now my van is loaded up with everything, and I'm now heading up north, and our good friend Becky is going to help and allow me to store stuff at hers, so we'll be able to clear the van out, and I can, yeah, basically remove a lot of the stress I'm under at the minute, and flourish in the streaming world, and not feel I have
Says,
restrictions.
Did you piss off in MK? Tricky 53 says, so a baby mama looking for you and why hour on the run. Got it.
Okay, so a baby mama looking for you. Oh, I see what you're
Conrad
saying. Right.
__ says,
No.
have you purchased Becky's thank you gift yet?
Yeah, it should be in the post. Yeah, it's in the post. So hopefully Becky receives it in the next couple of months. Because I mean, that would be terrible if she receives the gift, like, or it gets posted after she's moved to Australia. I mean, imagine that. That would be terrible.
Benny _DZ says appeal letter.
Appeal letter.
Leo 1 Rupee says Mum got pissed off with you milking her Wi-Fi.
Well, it was my decision to get out of the situation, so here we are.
Harry Lover Stop Play 0420 says, can you take us to Australia and tackle a few kangaroos for shits and giggles? Conrad underscore says, I feel like arriving with pizza is the least you can do.
Yeah, the pizza's in the post, mate, so hopefully it'll arrive.
Leo 1 Rupee says, don't blame you, mate. Freedom.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's exactly it. I just felt too tied down, and I've been speaking about it like for the last. I mean, to be honest, realistically, I've been speaking about it like for the last probably like year when I've done the odd stream and stuff. So it's like way overdue. And then I'm just lucky that Becky offered to help, so
Conrad underscore says a change is as good as a rest.
yeah. It's definitely gonna I mean, to be honest, just driving, I already feel better just driving away. Like that feeling of driving away.
Says time to party.
Time to party. So yeah, it's just nice that I already feel that. Like, I feel a bit of relief already. Don't hog the middle lane.
Says a few cheekies to celebrate tonight.
Few cheekies. Couple of cheekies, mate. Yeah, I'll get...
Flip says, I always feel that when driving away from MK. Leo 1 Rupee says, Becky, get the beers in. Conrad
Becky, get the beers in.
The only downside is that you have to go up north.
True.
Flippy Flip says, how far north are you going?
Well, we're heading to Becky's first, which is Sheffield area. So we'll head to Sheffield, and then God, it's tired. And then yeah, we'll probably need a couple of days to start sort of settle and figure out something. The only downside is I still
Check out
need.
170 says, can this count as a mini break in the van?
The only thing is I need the circuit breakers to install the electric, and the circuit breakers are due to arrive tomorrow. But I just couldn't wait till tomorrow. I needed to go. So
Conrad underscore says the upside is that the people are nicer and everything is less expensive.
yeah, and that. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to reorder them, because I think they cost me about 16 quid. So I'm happy to just take the hit. I'll order them again to Becky.
0420 says situation so bad needed to leave immediately.
And
Check out 170 says, can you redirect them to Becky? F.
I can't redirect them, I don't think. But what I'll do, I'll just order them again, and I probably will, I'll pop back in the next couple of weeks. So when I do, I'll send them back, the ones that arrived at my mum's. So yeah, I'll probably need to stick around Becky's area until I get the delivery of the circuit breakers, because the circuit breakers will mean I'll be able to install the battery charger, which will then mean I'll have electric in the van to charge streaming equipment. But for the time being, we're going to have to probably stay close to Becky so I can charge my equipment.
Conrad__ says stick around Becky's area. Dude.
Twos. Yes, twos. That was aimed at yourself, wasn't it, Conrad?
Check out 170 says ha ha ha. Benny_DZ says dangles.
Dangors. There's some Dangors comments going in the chat right now, yeah.
Jasantashit says Chad, find your own Becky on your area today. Schneido says plans for the big game tomorrow night.
Yeah, well that's the thing, is I have to figure out some plans, Schneido, for that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I've been messaging my brother. I'm hoping my brother's he's gonna let me use his login.
Says Stevie will have to watch the match on his phone now.
Well, yeah, I need to find someone with TNT Sports first. I think my brother will let me use his.
Leo 1 Rupee says we will be in Spain by June.
Be in Spain by June. That sounds dangles.
Check out 170 says I got Discovery Plus free with EE at the moment.
Discovery Plus? Wait, does that mean you can watch the games? Or is that just a completely random, separate subject?
Becky Seyfel says just go watch it in the local pub here with the crackheads.
No, you're right. I'm staying away from that wide load. That will definitely be Dangors.
Check out 170 says yes mate, I can watch TNT on Discovery Plus.
Ah, nice, nice.
Rad says that's what she said. Benny_DZ says that your new home Stevie.
It is, yeah, it's getting delivered. I haven't told Becky yet, so don't tell her, but that delivery is getting delivered to her gaff. That's getting delivered to her driveway, so I'll be staying on her driveway.
Is TNT. I've not had TV licenses since 2008. Leo 1 Rupee says has your dash screen got an HDMI? If so, get a dodgy Fire Stick.
Kappa, Leo.
Check out 170 says TNT Sports used to be BT Sports.
Yeah. That's exactly it. GG's.
Becky Seyfel says thank you. Harry Lover Stop Play 0420 says the Fire Stick is too much work, just watch it online. Conrad__ says driving a van at 70 miles per hour instead of 60 miles per hour can increase fuel consumption by around 10 to 15%, depending on load and aerodynamics. Slower speeds reduce wind resistance, which significantly affects vans.
Yeah.
IPTV service is
Makes sense, comrades, to be fair.
Becky Seyfel says we just used to have Sky when I was a kid.
I still remember the day we got Sky Sports. Oh my god. I was buzzing. Because I we never had money growing up, so I used to like watch teletext. That's how I used to get the football results, and then I used to look forward to watching Match of the Day in the evenings. And the concept of live football matches was incredible. So when it used to be that, I mean, that's also why there was the magic of the FA Cup, because they would play FA Cup games.
I didn't. Conrad __ says 70 miles per hour will cost you 15 more on this trip. Just ye. PZX
Interesting.
Ceefax was the king.
Here he is, Mr. Peasy.
PZX says give me Ceefax over Sky any day. Tukanuk says had Sky for as long as I can remember when I was a kid.
Lucky you. But yeah, I remember the day. Oh, what we did do is we got a dodgy satellite off a mate, and it was loads of German channels, and it did have Eurosport, so I could watch some World Superbikes. But yeah, no live football. But yeah, I still remember. I think I was like 16.
Benny _DZ
16
says
maybe?
softball.
Whoa! Don't call me out. But yeah, I remember getting Sky, and oh my god, to watch Man United live on our Sky Sport. Oh my god, it might sound like a nothing to people in chat, but the excitement of being able to watch live football, like.
Becky Seyfeld says my dad had 2 fish tanks, an in-house bar, a Jaguar, a Porsche and a Morris Minor, and I had to pay for my own school dinners. What did I? Leo 1 Rupee says so many years ago, Stephen.
I mean, I shouldn't laugh at that, Becky, but that what a guy bit just made it sound funny. So many years ago, Stephen. It was so many years ago, yeah.
Harry Loverstopplay 0420 says who is your favourite footy teammate?
I'm a United fan, mate. I've been a United fan my whole life.
Becky Seyfeld says it's just hilarious looking back at it. Becky Seyfeld says what a Joe. Becky Seyfeld says joke.
What's a Joe J joke?
Harry Loverstopplay 0420 says our nice one.
What about you, Harry? If there's any football fans in here, let me know your teams, just so I know if I need to ban you or not.
Becky Seyfeld says I'm a football fan now. Man City.
Ah, Becky.
Conrad
Why would you say that?
Says Chelsea, but really Man U.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying,
Rico
comrade.
says Chelsea for me.
Chelsea.
Leo 1 Rupee says nice one, Becky.
Nah, don't do
Harry
that to me,
Loverstopplay
Becky. Come
0420
on.
says I'm an American but Man United.
Are you American, Harry? I didn't know
Schmidt
that.
says
Nice.
getting banned still wouldn't be as bad a feeling as being a Man United supporter. Flippy
True.
Flip says Everton. Bring on the ban or at least dog points.
At least we have that in
Mr.
common,
_
Flippy
Super
Floops.
_ Fox says Leicester City.
Hey, Leicester City. No, that's a nice one. Yeah, Flippy Floops. We both hate Liverpool. That's a good. We have that in common. Leicester City with the
Says Philly likes the Eagles.
Crystal Palace.
Tukanuk says at MR_super_Fox should have guessed by your name. Becky Seyfeld says Leicester City. Second-hand embarrassment. Conrad __ says 15th go. Painful. Mr. _super_Fox says he here Tukanuk.
Yeah,
Says damn right. Red shite.
it is
Mr.
painful.
_super_Fox
Yeah.
says I
Red
Becky
shite.
Seyfeld.
It is painful, Conrad. But I honestly think if we win the Europa League, I think our season's saved.
Becky Seyfeld says AYYYYYYY.
AYYYY.
__ says still. Beat Tottenham.
Yeah, I mean, if we if we end up getting Spurs in the final, and then we play Tottenham in the final, I mean, what an important game for both clubs. The winner takes the Champions League spot. I mean, that's just, I mean, yeah, we should get to the final now.
Mustang 2 says hi.
Hi. Welcome in. First time chatter.
Leo 1 Rupee says you're zooming the right foot pressing hard.
Well, I'm doing 70, mate. Probably should reduce to 60 to save fuel, like Conrad said. That's very interesting, Conrad. The difference between 60 mile an hour and 70 miles an hour being 10 to 15%. And it does make sense because
Says I'd rather Liverpool lost than Man U won, to be honest.
Because it is a big van.
It's Juliet says just 70.
Well, the needle's at 71.
Juliet says go 90.
Go 90. I'm not going 90.
Says 70 copium. Schneider says bump for rude. Media seems to think H is all but sacked.
Bum to rude. Media seems to think he's all but sacked. Yeah, there's a shame, but
Conrad _ says wind resistance in it. Becky Seyfel says City, the best team in the land, and all the world, the best team in the land. We've won the league, we've won the cup, with a famous Manchester City, and we're going up.
that's embarrassing.
Mr. _super_ Fox says yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he went, to be honest. Schneider says City are absolute champions of having money and cheating with it. Mr. _super_ Fox says but then, don't know what he could have done with the team at the point he came in.
Nah, it was like a losing situation. I do feel for him. Like it just like part of me's wondering why he took the job. But I suppose you're ambitious, aren't you? You're like, you know, you want to challenge yourself in these situations. But yeah, it was a rough job. I forgot the tune of the Ruben Amorim song. What's the tune again?
Schneider says bit tough to sing in chat, mate.
I know. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Fox says, in my opinion,
Is there a blurb?
was for them to go down, just not good enough.
What's the original song called?
Conrad _ says prediction against Athletic tomorrow.
Well, we should win. I reckon a comfortable, I reckon like a 2-1, 2-0, maybe.
Leo 1 Repeat says question Stephen, when was the last time you checked your tyre pressures on the van? Never, I bet.
How much you want to bet, Leo? How many gifted? Yeah, Real Madrid. We love a bit of Real Madrid. They are actually one of my second teams, so I'll take that.
Schneider says apparently all three of the top strikers are injured, and their best defender's still on red, but that just makes me worry we'll go in overconfident. Flitty Flitz says
Nah, we won't. Like if you watched us against Brentford, you can just tell we have half an eye on the semi-final. So I'm pretty confident it's going to go fine.
The top teams for the clout.
Yeah, that's right, Becky. That's why my team are 15th. Because I love being 15th. Woo!
Checkout 170 says, Stevie, will you be watching the cup final? Schneider says, calm down there, son, we're top of the bottom 6. Becky Seyfel says 15th in what league?
The Premier League. Yeah, I mean, luckily, like my brother's a Liverpool fan, so at least if Liverpool wins something, I have that silver lining of, well, at least my brother's happy.
Becky Seyfel says exactly. Tukanuk says at least supporting
Exactly.
Leicester, it's a constant rollercoaster of emotions.
Leicester.
Mr_super_Fox says was gonna say, better than being bottom long.
Well, Leicester have won the
Says,
Premier
I
League.
don't support Leicester, just live here.
Leicester have won the Premier League more recently than United, so
Mr_super_Fox says nicer Tukanuk.
Liverpool did win it. I know they won it. No, I meant in general terms, if Liverpool wins something.
Fox says yeah, they did. Tukanuk says yeah and went straight back down, and back up and back down. Tukanuk says it's like that song. Mr_super_Fox says problem is, they win something, play shit the next season long. Checkout 170 says sorry my misunderstanding there, Stevie.
That's all good. But yeah, if we beat
Schneider says at least they gave us Harry
Bilbao,
Dino.
Harry Dino, and then we wait. At least who gave us Harry Dino? What is that? What, Harry Amas? Wait, Amas is from Liverpool, or am I just getting that confused? Harry Amas, though, what a player he's going to be. Have you seen the size of the lad's calves? He's like, I think, is he 18 or 17? Like, and his calves are massive. They're like double the size of all the other players.
Becky Seyfel says Stevie has calf fetish.
Well, I do appreciate a good calf when I see one.
One repeat says E.T.A. to entertainment. Becky hype.
What? E to the A entertainment.
Checkout 170 says nice animals.
Dangles.
Schneider says Na was talking about Maguaradona from Leicester. Tukanuk says anyway, nearly 7 p.m. Calling it a day.
Was that a T Canoe quick work announcement? Did we just catch there? Everyone, T Canoe has been working all day and he is now finishing work.
Fox says Maguire.
Yeah, Maguire. He gave us one special moment. Yeah, I don't know if you guys were here when I said it, but when Maguire scored that winner against frickin' Leon, I legit knee slid in the living room. I was so excited, I ran across and did a knee slide in the living room. Oh, that was a fucking great moment though. Oh my God. Good times.
Shadow says one special moment. He's been on fire down the wing recently.
He has. I have to respect him after what he went through with the
Check
dipper
out
form.
170
He got slated by the fans, and he stuck by it. He didn't fold. He kept his mentality. He kept strong, and now he's turned it around. And that's so I have massive respect for that. And I think a lot of the fans, even the ones giving him shit, probably have respect for that now as well.
Shadow says what a comeback story. Absolute legend.
Yeah. Fair play.
Becky Safel says yeah, fuck the fans.
Fuck the fans.
Leo 1 Rupee says are we there yet? How much longer?
Fuck the fans. I don't include in that, do I, Becky? How much longer? Bear time, mate. Absolute bear time. 57 hours, Leo. If that's all right. Is it because you're missing my face, Leo? You miss my face? I did consider having the view of the camera on the passenger window so you could see me and the front. But then I realised it was probably best that I didn't have that view.
323 says I'm gonna need to pee if it's 57 hours.
There's a toilet in the back. In you go.
Check out 170 says are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Is that a little Land Rover or a Jeep or something? It's like a little project. Got on the go.
Shadow says well of course you would never read chat while driving so the face cam should be no problem, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Check out 170
100%.
says Dad I need a pee. Check out 170 says Dad can we stop for ice cream?
Yeah, mate, of course. In 57 hours. Yeah, obviously I'm a responsible streamer, so... To Sheffield Junction 33, 40 miles. Thank you.
Leo 1 Rupee says I'll be back when you arrive. I'm getting car sick. _DZ says can we have a star bar? Can we
A
have
star
a star
bar.
bar?
Nah, no star bar.
Tricky 53 says lol. Check out 170 says 57 hours. I might need a shower by then too.
I'm off the sugar.
Anyone says are you driving like a speed demon? You're bypassing everyone.
No. I'm going 70. It's just it looks faster. It's just the angle.
Tricky 53 says reasonable scam.
Reasonable scam. What's the scam? They're just all slow, Gwenny. Do you know what I mean? Star bar. Star bar. Can we have a star bar? Star bar.
Check out 170 says bacon rolls for supper. Becky has a bit of butter in her fridge lol. It's Juliet says, can we get a Yorkie?
Yeah, but I like real butter. It's vegan butter. Can we get a Yorkie? No sugar, Julie.
Checkout 170 says, oh yes, I remember you saying now vegan butter is. Conrad __ says vegan butter isn't butter. Maiku 1387 says, what is vegan butter?
I don't actually know what it's made of. I think she did say, but I mean, to be honest, it actually
Maiku 1387
don't taste too
says,
bad.
no Stevie in chat.
It actually tastes all right. But yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what it is now.
Checkout 170 says, let's ask Alexa lol. Tricky 53 says, told you to get the Star Mars by the case wholesale. Cheaper that way.
Tricky, I'm not eating sugar. I'm off the sugar.
Conrad __ says, if God wanted people to be vegan, he wouldn't have made animals so freaking tasty. Maiku 1387 says, don't say it, Julie lol.
Also, how's it going, Mike? Good to see you, mate.
Tricky 53 says, another scam.
Another scam. Now what's another scam?
It's Juliet
I can't
says,
keep up
say
with the
what
scam
line?
accusations. It's like watching a game of football when the team's passing it around, and every pass they're like, handball!
1387 says,
Handball!
Stevie. Tricky
Handball!
53 says, off the sugar.
Why is that a scam?
Maiku 1387 says, oh you know Julie.
Sugar's bad for you. I mean, the occasional treat every now and then is okay, but I just like to have the fundamental core lifestyle and diet not to include any sugar. So yeah, on the odd special occasion or whatnot, if I
Tricky
really
53
fancy it,
says, off the sugar. You're just scamming yourself.
but definitely not. One of the things I notice when I'm on the sugar as well is waking up in the morning.
Conrad __ says, so what's your go-to non-sugar treat?
Nuts. Pecans and walnuts.
Benny _DZ says Stevie does sugar-free. Tricky 53 says special like Timmy's dog nuts. Maiku 1387 says, I hope everything is okay, Stevie. Tricky 53 says Star Mars.
Yeah, we're just moving away, Mike. I need to move away. So I'm just moving.
Conrad __ says, I've heard you like having nuts in your mouth, yeah.
Yeah, I do, mate. Yeah, pecans and walnuts in my mouth, delicious, lovely. Give me those pecans all day.
Maiku 1387 says nuts, raisins, carrots, hummus.
Why is that bike going so slow?
It's Juliet says Timmy's dog nuts.
To be fair, that bike's probably struggling because it's very windy.
Tricky 53 says moving away, running from the law. Checkout 170 says he loves a good nut. It's Juliet says pecans are yummy. Maiku 1387 says we're here for you.
I know you are. You're absolute legends. I mean, you're always getting me coffees, Mike, and I appreciate it. No, in fact, I mean, you're not even getting me a coffee. You get me 2 coffees on the regular. 2 coffees. So, much love, mate. Why has this car just gone in front of me and then slammed on their brakes? Are you going for compensation or something? What's going on?
Checkout 170 says 2 coffees from Timmy's.
Yeah, let's get 2 coffees from Timmy's.
Harrio__O says they don't like people who use the middle lane.
Yeah, well, I don't really know. Like, I want to go past them,
Steps
but
Scally says we were flying.
hello, Kelly.
Tricky53 says he'll be back. I have to run to the airport and pick up my dishwasher. It's all refurbed and ready to go for a few more years.
Jesus Christ, Tricky. I hope you're going to let her know what you've just said.
Steps Scally says hello, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Anyway, safe journey, Tricky. Have a good one, mate. Yeah, I'm doing all right. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm moving away from where I was because for personal reasons, I needed to get away from the environment. So I'm moving away. And my good friend Becky, she has offered to help me with storing some of my stuff, etc. So, Becky is also an IRL streamer. So anyone in the chat,
Flip says MK Massive are after him.
anyone in the chat want to follow another IRL streamer?
Steps Scally
Becky
says
Safe
I'll
IRL.
Conrad___ says the police after you for all those unpaid parking tickets. Schneider says Becky Sophile.
Becky Sophile.
Tricky53 says how long before you get power in the van?
Well, Tricky, I have knocked
Check
myself
out
back a little bit.
170 says steak and
So,
strawberries for supper then mate.
Basically, Tricky, my, what do you call them? Circuit breakers are due to arrive tomorrow.
1387 says I know the gate owner's looking for you.
But the,
It's Juliet says so is Becky helping you build the van?
unlikely, she's got a lot of her own
Steps
stuff
says
to
how
deal with.
fast are we going? It's Juliet
She's
says
very
just
busy
a
with
little.
her own projects. How fast are we going? We are going 70 miles an hour. It just looks fast. But yeah, Tricky. So they arrive tomorrow.
Conrad___
The
says,
circuit breakers.
Circuit breakers in your hand. How long until power on the van?
Literally a couple of hours, to be fair. Because I've already put the main wire in, the main cable. I don't know if you were there for that, but I've already installed it and connected that red cable from under the bed to the battery.
Steps Scally says our top on highways is 65 here. Tricky53 says that Becky said she will never step foot in Stevie's van again.
Yeah, so it's quite possible she won't step foot in it, yeah, so.
Conrad___ says so get down to Screwfix and let's get things sorted.
Yeah, I could look actually. That's worth looking into. But I am after a particular type of circuit breaker, which is more like that. They're designed for boats, so they might not do them in. So if they have the actual one I need, it might be worth looking into that. But what my plan was anyway. Yeah, so Tricky. Back to what I was saying.
Tricky53 says yeah, I seen the wire from the battery to the back.
Yeah, so the circuit breakers are arriving tomorrow, but I've left now, so I'm not going to be able to get them. So what the plan is to reorder them, because they were £16 like for two. So I'm just going to order them again to Becky's and then install it when it arrives. So yeah.
Conrad___ says so get down to Boatfix and let's get this thing sorted.
Boatfix. So yeah, basically I'm going to look at ordering it. But yeah, well, I probably will have a little look at Screwfix. But I'm after like the ones where you they have a little like disconnect and they're waterproof ones. It's a particular design that I want on my circuit. And I need a 60 amp one. and I need a 300 amp one. So yeah, basically we're probably a little bit delayed. So I'm going to be sticking around.
You can use a fuse and air gap switch.
Well, I've already got my plan, Tricky, so I'm just going to wait for it to arrive. But yeah, I'm going to be like staying close to Becky's area until I get the circuit breakers. So then I can charge my equipment at Becky's. So that's the plan.
Tricky 53 says, I bet at Becky Safe feels so lucky about now long.
Well, she did offer.
Says, and you can cook her your world famous steak and strawberries again.
I don't think she'd allow that. But yeah, she did offer. It was very, very kind of her to offer. She might regret it,
says, once
but
you have Solon, there is nothing stopping you, apart from the 800 other things. Becky Safel says I'll be sending him a monthly invoice.
I haven't got an address, Becky, so send the invoice. You'll have to send it to my mum's, but I'll never get it, so I won't be able to pay it. That's the problem.
Tricky 53 says maybe a monthly stipend at Becky Safe. Conrad __ says, is the toilet installed yet? Becky Safel says I'll send it to my own address. Maiku 1387 says www at Becky Safel.
Oh, we got a raid. Thank you, Killer Pro. The raid. Appreciate the raid. What is it you stream?
Tricky 53 says to Steve Aid in care of at Becky Safe. Killy Pro 666 says also driving only in the Netherlands.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I actually live in this van. It's maybe driving's like 20% of my content. But yeah, I just stream. I'm just building my van. This is my van, and I'm living in it while trying to convert it and build it. But yeah, thanks again for the raid. Hope you had a good stream.
Tricky 53 says so you can say you're sleeping in the van tonight then lol. Conrad __ says you exist in the van. Bit of a stretch to call it living. Tricky
Whoa.
53 says we can stop asking now. Check out 170 says did you remember your light?
I did, yeah. I got everything. I might have to order some Temu lights. I don't know why he had to break so much.
Says heard you sleeping on the calibration mat tonight.
The calibration mat.
Killy Pro 666 says it was long again drove from the Czech Republic back to B. Conrad
Nice.
__ says just keeping you focused on the goal, dude. Killy Pro 666 says NL. Maiku 1387 says driving 20%, building van 30%, 45% talking, 5% Timmy's.
5% Timmy's. Yeah, part of me wanted a Timmy's yesterday, but I also wanted to stop the habit of getting too many takeaways. So it was a good job we made the bacon rolls. I enjoyed them.
Tricky 53 says good breakdown at Maiku 1387. Conrad __ says 30% standing around looking confused.
Yeah, I'd say 30% losing stuff and trying to find it. Let's be honest, that takes a massive chunk of my content, doesn't it?
Conrad __ says once you have a tool belt, you'll never lose anything again.
Yeah, I should put that on my wish list, shouldn't I? I need to change my wish list now to Becky's address.
Becky Seyfel says how long, Stephen? I am thinking to have a bath. Maiku 13.
Oh, you got time.
I'm constantly losing tape measures and screwdrivers.
I'm like 35 minutes from Sainsbury's. So I'll be Sainsbury's 35 minutes, and then I'll obviously get a few stuff. So yeah, I'd say probably an hour.
Becky Seyfel says OMG stop doxing me. Becky Seyfel says revealing Sainsbury's.
Well, that's where you live. You live in the flat above Sainsbury's.
Conrad __ says there is only one Sainsbury's north of the Watford Gap.
So anyway, yeah, probably an hour-ish, maybe.
Maiku 1387 says hash.
That's
Toilet brush salesman says Sainsbury's. Becky Seyfel says I won't have a bath.
wait, why not? Wait, you got time? No? I can always just.
Conrad __ says an hour-ish maybe. Military precision there, Stevie. Maiku 1387 says since you drive on the left side of the road, do you pass cars on the left or on the right?
It's just whatever's in America, it's the opposite.
Ignore I said anything.
Okay, boss. Got it. Right, chat. Remember, if Becky says anything, we got to ignore her. All right.
Conrad __ says can we stop talking about Becky in a bar? I'm trying to eat my dinner.
Do you know she keeps shoes in her bath? Very odd.
It's Juliet says can't get a straight answer right, Becky.
I thought an hour was pretty spot on, to be honest. An hour, bosh. Simple as that.
Becky Seyfel says honestly men are just like having another job.
Nah, we're basic men. Nice and simple. How long are you going to be? An hour. That's it. You got all the information you need. You're welcome. Bosh.
Becky Seyfel says you didn't say it like that. Conrad __ says can confirm. I'm basic man. Becky Seyfel says that would have been easier. Michael 1387.
An hour. There you go. Look, an hour. Bosh. I was thinking out loud at the same time. Here you go. I'll be there at.
It's Juliet says sure didn't.
I'll be there at
Becky
10
Seyfel
past
says,
8.
I'm hungry, I will eat now.
10 past 8. Can you make me dinner, Becky? Can I have a Thai green curry, please? Thank you. But yeah, 10 past 8.
Becky Seyfel says no FFS. Can you turn around?
It's too late, no. But yeah, I'll have one, please.
Says lol dinner.
Thank you.
Conrad __ says Northerners have to heat the water for months in front of their open fire. Takes ages.
Northerners need to what?
It's Juliet says you're responsible for your own dinner, Stevie. Becky Seyfel says Serrano ham and asparagus get in me.
Well
Extremely
done,
subtle says
Julie.
turn around.
You are
Every
correct.
now and then I get a little bit lonely and you never turn around.
Turn around. But if you don't ask, you don't get, Julie. That's what you're not realising here. You've got to ask the question. She's a grown woman and she can tell me to do one, which sounds like she did. But if you don't ask, how are you ever going to know the question, Julie? You have to ask the question. And that's what I did. And I'll stand by asking the question.
You've got to ask the question.
Yeah, exactly.
Joseph Bell 12 says, are you doing 90?
Nah, I'm doing 70. It just looks fast.
1387 says the answer is 70.
Exactly. Mike knows. He's very clear I'm doing 70.
It's Juliet says I asked when this ban will be done and I didn't get an answer.
That's because there's no way of knowing. But yeah, you ask the question, see, Judy. You have to ask the question.
Extremely subtle says he's rushing to Becky's, trying to catch her mid-bow.
What the fuck, Subtile? Jesus Christ, you need to take a cold
Becky
shower,
says
mate.
I had tacos with Subtle and it was a nice time.
That's so random.
Extremely subtle says
Out of the blue. I had tacos with Subtile. Did you have a nice time though, Subtile?
It's Juliet says and tacos.
Or was it one way? Now I fancy tacos.
It's Juliet says tacos from where? Extremely Subtle says I can't take a cold shower. Becky's in the bath. Aren't you paying attention? Extremely Subtle says it was a great time.
It was a great time. Isn't that nice? Ah, there's the police. Luckily I'm doing 70, so we're good. Turn around every now and then.
Joseph Bell says, does Becky have a dishwasher?
She doesn't. But, oh, do you know what we could do, Becky?
Benny_DZ says she does now.
Becky, we could...
Subtle says it's Juliet Hell if I remember.
We could
It was so
unpack the
dark
dishwasher
in the
and
bath I
use
never
the
take.
dishwasher at yours. Should we use the dishwasher? Yes, what an idea. That's a great idea.
Becky Safel says no.
Oh.
It's Juliet says in Manhattan subtile.
Oh, I was well excited
Extremely
then.
Subtle says it's Juliet, yes. Conrad__ says turn around. Every now and then I manage to complete a part of a van.
Exactly, turn
It's Juliet
around.
says don't open the dishwasher. Becky Safel says you are my new dishwasher.
Not if you saw the state of my my level of dishwashing.
Maiku1387 says lol.
Not even bloody police. Urgent blood. It's the blood police. Well, if I'm the new dishwasher, that means I'm in charge of washing the dishes. That means I have the authority to set up the dishwasher. Let's go! Yeah, there we go. Dishwasher incoming. Oi, oi. Get your dishwasher out for the lads.
Maiku1387 says if it's urgent, why are they driving slower than you?
Yeah, there, exactly. That's a good point. Very good point. Turn around every now and then.
Conrad__ says nothing like a pointless distraction to take you further from van completion.
Nah, it's fundamental to the build of the van. We need to know that the dishwasher works. It's fundamental, mate. Turn around every now and then. Why is that in my head? Oh yeah, because someone put it in the chat.
Yellow73 says hello all.
Hello, hello. How's it going, lad?
Conrad__ says 3 days installing a dishwasher. Stay on target.
Stay on target. Stay on target. Anyone know what that reference is from?
Maiku1387 says
Bonus
hello,
points. Bonus points for anyone who got that
Extremely Subtle
reference.
Says, how dare someone give Stevie an earworm? Hilo73 says doing good. You.
Yeah, not bad, mate.
Hilo73 says where are we going?
We're moving away from Milton
Conrad__
Keynes.
says
Ah,
Star Wars.
look, you've gone up in my estimations there, comrade. You have gone up. Good man. Go on, which one? Which one? If you get which one, then fair play. Fair play.
DJ Mark 323 says are we there yet?
Does he know which one? Oh, he knows. He knows.
Death Star.
Yes, yes,
Inside
comrade.
says, I
Good
am
man.
Stevie, where you're off to. Hilo73 says I need to pee.
That is correct, Mr. Conrad. Yeah, so we are moving away from Milton Keynes now, and our good friend Becky is helping me move away. So she's going to help with allow me to store some of her stuff at hers. So we can, I can basically remove some of the things in my life stressing me out. So That is what we're doing. And I can't quit streaming yet because Julie hasn't tier 3'd.
73 says cool. GG.
G to the G to the GGG.
Invisible Jazz says like chat.
Invisible Jazz, like chat. Nah, chat's here to stay. Fortunately or unfortunately, whichever way you
Conrad
choose to look at it.
_ says removing stressor. Finally getting your haircut then.
Oh, here we go. Now my hair looks spot on, mate. Don't tell me you haven't looked at me every now and then, Conrad, and go, oh, look at that majestic looking lad. You've definitely thought it at least once.
Mr. _ Fox says resetting the mind, as I call it.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Invisible Jazz says TBF, I wouldn't feel bad leaving MK.
Someone actually said moving to a new environment is like as good as a rest. And I think that is some facts right there. Actually, I'm going to move over here because that's closing. Turn around. Yeah, thanks, Subtile. You've got that, mate.
Invisible Jazz says new environments change everything. I hope this one helps you out.
Yeah, I think it will.
Conrad
I think it will.
_ says I'm wondering when the receding hairline will finally create an island of unicorn hair at the front.
An
Roadblock
island
182 says here already. Made some good time there.
of... Yeah, well, that's what happens when you travel at 70 miles an hour, isn't it? Ah, God.
Invisible Jazz says guessing you won't be at TCEU.
Well, I will be, Jazz. I am going, yes. I say I am going, pending if my passport arrives on time.
Extremely subtle says at Conrad _ you have such a way with words. Invisible Jazz says oh sweet. See you there.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you there, mate. Like I say, pending passport, of course, but... But yeah, I think...
Invisible Jazz says my passport arrived about 4 days after I posted my old one. Couldn't believe it.
Oh, wow. Wait, when was that, by the way, Jazz?
Invisible Jazz says earlier this year.
Okay, nice. That's really good. So I actually got the text message this morning to say your old passport has arrived.
Invisible Jazz TV.
Yeah, I just no problem at all. No problem at all, mate. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully it arrives quick.
Says we passport, where are we off to, mate?
TwitchCon EU, hopefully, if it arrives on time. But yeah, I really did want to go to TwitchCon, but I just couldn't afford it. And like where chat have been very generous this month, I was looking at it and I was like, do you know what? I could probably squeeze TwitchCon out of that.
Mr. _super_ Fox says if the old one has been returned, shouldn't be long until the new one arrives. Check out 100.
Well, they say 3 weeks.
Rotterdam, think that is.
It's Rotterdam, yeah.
_ says Rotterdam. Got your accommodation sorted or mooching off Becky again? It's Juliet says
Well,
your
funny you say
to
that.
your mom's house.
Because there's the house share with a few of friends, and yes, one of those friends is Becky. But yeah, with T Canook and T Canook, Peasy, and Becky. You driving there? I'm not. No, I'm going to get a flight.
Conrad __ says full-time mooch stream. Extremely subtle says what would you do without Becky? Invisible Jazz says did you sign up for the Not Management Party on the Sunday?
No, I haven't actually got a
Invisible
ticket
Jazz
yet.
says was pretty good last year.
No, I haven't got a ticket yet because I'm kind of, part of me's, I've bought like the flight and stuff, but I'm like, I don't want to buy everything.
170 says Stevie, Ticken, Peasy and Becky, what a crew.
Yeah,
Conrad __ says is Becky your new mum or what?
something like that, Conrad, yeah.
It's Juliet says yes. Leo 1 Rupee says Becky's a proper fan. Got both accounts in your vid section. Invisible Jazz says have some faith.
Fuck's sake, Leo. Proper fan. You're a proper fan, Becky? You better be. Have some faith. Well, I actually do have faith after what you said, to be fair. But yeah, I feel like I don't want... I've already paid for, like, some accommodation
Becky says lol,
and...
my computer is just on upstairs.
So the answer is yes, you are a proper fan. Thank you, Becky. Simple yes would have been suffice.
Conrad __ says speaking of fib, we need to have a chat.
We need to have a chat,
Toilet Brush Salesman
Kappa.
says I believe Becky is DJing at the con. Correct. Check out 170
She is indeed,
says,
yes.
is Becky talking
On
from
the
bar
Saturday,
yet, lol?
I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong, Becky. I think it is. I think she's DJ on the Saturday, yes. Becky can correct me if that is incorrect. Are you going toilet brush salesman? I don't think. I think Becky decided against the bath.
Conrad __ says will we get to see you throwing shapes and busting moves, Stevie?
Maybe, mate, if I decide to
It's
stream.
Juliet says are you going toilet brush? Becky Seyfel says I am about to tuck into some Serrano ham, asparagus, sauerkraut and spinach.
Ah, that sounds delicious. When's mine ready? Oh, I'm assuming it's going to be there when I get there. Yeah, thank you.
Becky Seyfel
I'll have,
says I am DJing Saturday at 5:15 p.m. and Sunday at 9:45 a.m.
Ah, nice, okay. Yeah, so she's DJing twice. I remember, like, I wasn't sure if the Sunday one was announced yet, so
Conrad
I didn't want to say.
says going to TwitchCon and not streaming. You are aware that this is a streamer event, right?
Well,
Toilet Brush Salesman says I will only be there virtually. Julie V.
well, the thing is, right, Conrad, is if the stream streak is still going, then I will have to stream, yes, which is possible. I'll be there virtually.
Invisible Jazz
Nice.
says that Becky Seyfel nice. I was with Becky Machine DJing at Amsterdam TCEU.
Was that the last one? Is Becky Machine going this TwitchCon? I haven't actually spoke to her for a while. It'd be good to catch up with her, to be honest.
It's Juliet says whoa whoa. I thought you were staying in Becky's area, not have her cook and draw baths for you, Stevie.
Yeah, put the bath on for me, Becky, actually. I'll have a bath. Fancy a bath.
Conrad __ says but even though you won't be with the band, do you promise to still look confused?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it goes without saying, mate.
Invisible
I'll definitely
Jazz
be.
says that was 3 Y ago, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
She's not coming to this one, no. I think she has a wedding or holiday
Ah,
or so.
okay.
Becky Seyfel says he's absolutely not having me cook and bathe him.
That was
DZ says cold bucket over his head when he arrived.
that was the one I was at, Invisible Jazz. I remember meeting up with you guys in a bar, I think, in Amsterdam. Like, was that the Friday?
Leo 1 rupee says baby wipe hype.
Or the Saturday?
Invisible
Can't remember
Jazz
now.
says,
Or
yeah,
Thursday?
you were there.
I can't remember. But yeah, I remember watching her set as well.
Invisible Jazz says was a good year.
Yeah, it was a good year, to be fair. So I've already seen a Becky perform at TwitchCon.
Conrad
Ah,
underscore
fucking hell,
says,
who was that
"Spoon
knob?"
feed him. Bath and tucked in for bed at 9 p.m.
Of course it's Trig.
Invisible Jazz says now you get another.
Yeah, Becky, I'll be there at like 8:10, so if you can start running the bar for 8, that would be perfect.
Becky Seifel says I wish it was at Amsterdam and not Rotterdam.
Yeah, was this TwitchCon Amsterdam that I went to? I can't remember, or was it Rotterdam? No, it must have been Amsterdam, yeah. Yeah, it was Amsterdam, wasn't it? Yeah, just remind me, Jazz. Jazz, it was Amsterdam, wasn't it?
Jazz says yeah.
Yeah, I remember now, yeah.
Becky Seifel says it must have been cause you said it was good. Invisible Jazz says it's only been Rotterdam 1 year so far.
Oh,
Chinese
really?
Salesman says bathtub sinkhole long hair 2 times multiplier.
So did you go...
Invisible Jazz says then Paris
Then
after
Paris. So did you go to the Rotterdam one, Jazz? And if so, how did it compare to Amsterdam?
that. Check out 170 says we going to have bath content.
That'll be in my tier 3 section, the Discord checkout. So if you sub to tier 3, mate, you'll be able to get the bath content.
Invisible Jazz says I've been to the mall. I think the venue is smaller in Rotterdam. Maybe I'm wrong.
But what about the
Conrad
area
underscore
and the
says,
nightlife-y
don't forget
bit?
Stevie's
And...
favorite lavender bath bomb.
Good man, comrades, good man. Let her know. You have got a lavender bath bomb, haven't you, Becky? She must have. Yeah, maybe put 2 lavender bath bombs in it for me, please, Becky. That would be perfect.
Becky Seifel says Rotterdam gave me sad elephant vibes.
Sad elephant vibes.
Invisible Jazz says the Amsterdam one was out of the way. The Rotterdam one is probably nearer stuff. Becky Seifel says Stephen, I am allergic to lavender.
Are you actually?
Says hot tub rub down. I'll tier 3 no problem. Conrad
Would you, Leo?
underscore says in the scented candles. It's Juliet says nightlife. Are you going for cheekies? Check out 170 says tier 3 decameters. I not linked my Twitch account to Discord. They are separated accounts. I scuffed that up. Invisible Jazz says most the good nightlife is north of the river in Rotterdam. Becky Seifel says sad elephant is what happens to a man when he struggles to get happy.
Oh, I see. It's giving you sad elephant vibes. Interesting. Interesting vibes to pick up.
Invisible Jazz says you'll find most people probably go back to the après ski bar again, dancing on tables with Dan Clancy. Becky Seifel says OMG you're in Sheffield. Benny
Oh yeah, I'm in
says
Sheffield. That's
don't
mad,
want a
isn't it?
sad elephant.
Ah, bless the sad elephant, eh? Bless him.
Becky Seifel says that was so quick.
Yeah, I don't mess around, do I?
Conrad underscore says Stevie has excited unicorn vibes at the thought of his bath time.
Yeah, just probably in about 25 minutes,
Becky
Becky.
Seifel says OMG please can you get me some raisins from Sainsbury's?
Of course I can. Just make sure you've run the bath. As long as the bath's run on time, we should be good.
Becky Seyfel says thank you, Petal. Benny_DZ says at Conrad__, let's hope he does not get a fine for staying in Bath for too long. Leo1 Rupee says if he parks on your drive Becky for the bands, stick a parking ticket on his widescreen. Becky Seyfel says lol at Leo1 RS.
Alright, Leo, come on. Give it a rest, mate. It was a tough day. I only received that ticket this morning.
170 says PMSL. Conrad__ says and wash Stevie's clothes when he's in the bath. He only has one outfit.
I have bare outfits, mate. Bare
Advisable
outfits.
Jazz says Sheffield. You bugger and way up north, mate. And more and you'll be a Geordie.
Yeah, maybe I'll go up to Newcastle next. Way, hey, man. Ah, phew. Still got daylight. B&Q car park.
Becky Seyfel says you just passed T-Can's fave place.
What, McDonald's?
Check out 170 says Anton Deckland.
Anton Deckland.
Becky Seyfel says yeah. Leo1 Rupee says you got a bear outfit. Please put it on for content.
That's 100 gifted, Leo. Leo, if you drop 100 gifted right now, I will buy a bear outfit and wear it.
Leo1 Rupee says I wanna see it first. You scam a lot. Check
Nah.
out 170 says Leo has the minerals, he did get the dishwasher.
Yeah, but that's old news. He's run out of minerals. He's got holidays to go to. I'm pretty sure he's got another holiday in like 2 weeks. I swear. When's your next holiday, Leo?
Conrad__ says just to confirm the terms and conditions, you will drop everything and find a bear outfit immediately. Leo1 Rupee says Becky sell the dishwasher when he's gone. You're welcome. It's Juliet says greedy Stevie.
Oh, God.
Leo1 Rupee says June. Check out 170 says Temu bear outfit.
Temu bear outfit. I've heard it all now.
Toilet brush salesman says wasn't that footy club we just passed on the left. Becky showed us on her origin story stream.
Oh, did she?
Conrad
Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday.
Says, I just need to move some cash around for the 100 gifted. I want polar bear.
You want polar bear?
Check out 170 says hope
Well,
you have enjoyed our company on this drive so far, mate. I have loved it.
Hey, good. Thanks for being here. No, I've enjoyed the company. It's definitely exciting to be moving away from an area that's not serving me right now, you know. Exciting times. Wait, is it open? It's got to be open, surely. Surely.
Becky Seyfel says you'll have lots of beautiful nature to enjoy here.
That is very true.
Conrad __ says first time anyone has ever been excited to arrive in Sheffield.
Maybe, mate, maybe. Actually, that's probably a lie. If you're here for a big football game, you're probably like
It's
excited.
Juliet says when will you work on the van again? Leo 1 Rupee says touching grass in Sheffield. Who knew? Becky Seyfel says Milton Keynes
Oh, no,
is
what
just
have I
a
just
concrete
done?
grid system.
Oh,
Their
no.
St. neighbour is Luton. Checkout 170 says is this the same car park you lost your water bottle at?
Yeah, I think it is. What an idiot. I literally just knocked the van on a sign. Can't be trusted anywhere.
Festai Shrimp says why would someone want to tip a fly? Benny _DZ says no parking sign.
No parking sign.
Leo Rupee says parking ticket incoming lol. Checkout
Imagine.
170 says
No
is the
fly
sign.
tipping. Oh, yeah,
It's
no fly
Juliet
tipping.
says let's go find the water bottle. Conrad __ says you need some 360 camera mate. Soul Smoke says fuck it, full gaffer tape paint job it is.
Yeah, I just, you can't see it from the mirror. You have to look down, and I just.
Benny _DZ
Moved away
says
now.
at Conrad __.
But yeah, what was I going to say?
Toilet brush salesman says what kind of idiot fly tips in the middle of a car park with multiple cameras around?
That's a very interesting question. I was slightly confused. I think it's because it's like an area of where there's bins and recycled areas, and they kind of just think, we'll throw a load of rubbish there.
Conrad ___ says it's more stealth when it's bashed to FC UK.
So anyway, those who don't know, I'm streaming again tomorrow. I also am moving away from Milton Keynes.
Leo 1 says what you doing here?
I'm going to grab some food. Yeah, I'm
Leo 1
moving here.
says your bath's getting cold.
Yeah, she definitely hasn't run the bath. But yeah, anyway, so we'll be live tomorrow, same sort of time. And yeah, this next chapter, I get to share it with you guys. And yeah,
It's
basically
Juliet
try and
says,
figure
tell
out.
me when you're gonna work on the van again. Invisible Jazz says GL mate.
Probably tomorrow, maybe. But who knows? Who knows? But anyway, yeah, if
Conrad ___ says have fun in Sheffield, dude. The North's gain is the South's loss.
That is very true, mate. Very true. Let's go and raid our friend. We haven't raided them for a while. Let's go raid Potential Bliss. So yeah, if you guys can stay for the raid, I'd appreciate that. Show some love to Potential Bliss. And yeah, I'm going to go in, grab some food, and then get Becky's raisins, and then head to Becky's with my stuff, dump all the stuff, and then drive away as quick as possible.
Leo 1 Rupee says get a few beers.
Get a few beers. Get a few beers. All right then, chat. Much love. Appreciate the support. Obviously, we hit the goal again. So I am live tomorrow. That was a nice little team effort from
It's
No
Juliet
Sense.
says raisins has sugar.
And who was the other one? It was No Sense, and it was Comrade. Comrades.
Toilet brush salesman says ciao.
So yeah, appreciate everyone, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As I keep saying, I've probably said that like 57 times. Yeah, so if you join the raids, get your Stevie D points up.
Check out 170 says see you Stevie and chat. Tie for the stream.
Much love, much love. Peace out.